the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was.
Cheryl by John Harvey.
Yes, he was.
Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything's alright. He'd kiss and tell me everything's alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was the son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was the son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was. Could ever reach me. Now then, Walter.
BBC Radio Nottingham, it's 12 minutes past 9 now. BBC Radio Nottingham. Alice Jeffo here through until 1 o'clock today. What would it take for you to walk to...
Vicki! You'll be late for school!
Mum, you're always fussing. Nobody cares if I'm late for school anyway.
Well, I do.
Besides, I won't be late. There's bags of time.
Then you can just sit down and eat this toast you never finished.
Mum.
You shouldn't go out of the house without a good breakfast inside.
Yeah.
Well, no, should ya?
Bye, Mum. You'll be here when I get home.
Well, that's what I took this job for, isn't it? You don't think driving round half the day with 5 dozen foil-wrapped fish and chip dinners was a vacation?
Go on, you love it. You know you do. All those old grannies waiting for you to come round and cheer them up. Save them from starvation. Mother Teresa, that's you.
Get on with you.
Sister Cheryl, the blessed saint of Lenten.
Hey, off. Go.
What in Nottinghamshire are they revamping that's causing a bit of a row in the news today? Come on, win yourself some stuff for today. Then.
And Mum?
So the green...
Yes.
Why do you have to listen to this stuff in the mornings? What's wrong with Radio 1?
Vicki, look, I haven't the time.
From the animals.
There is a house in New Orleans. They call the rising sun.
Morning, Gwen.
Sir,
Last night's files.
on your desk, ready and waiting.
Busy night.
7 burglaries on the Park Estate, upper-storey jobs, all on. Half a dozen more off the Alfredton Road. Plus one bright chap who drove his in with the tricycle through the doors of Kentucky Fried Chicken and tried to run over his girlfriend while she was waiting with chips. But you'll not want to bother with any of that.
So what should I be concerned with?
Carl Kennan just shy of 3, break-in at an electrical goods place in Radford. Patrol car responded, Mark Furlong and Claire Duffy. Nasty business, ran into more than they bargained for. 4 blokes by all accounts, sledgehammer, arm bars, shotgun.
Discharged.
Bad enough with that. Furlong's in Queens, suspected fractured skull, and he's the lucky one. Duffy's unconscious in intensive care, splintered rib pierced her lung.
Oh, poor lass. New, isn't she?
6 months in the job, no more.
Give Lynn a call and tell her to meet me at the hospital.
Already tried her once, no reply.
Perhaps. She's already on her way.
Well, baby, now. Caught lucky after last orders, that'd be my guess. Scrabbling round in someone else's bathroom. Trying not to make eye contact over the toast. You must remember what it's like.
Not really, Grim.
Sorry I'm late, sir. Traffic on the ring road.
I thought you lived in the centre.
Oh, don't ask.
I've had a word with the doctor about Furlong. Seems he's not as bad off as they first thought. OK for me to talk to him anyhow. Now, you get yourself up to intensive care, see how Duffy's getting on. I doubt you'll get anything out of her. Not yet a while, but... Well, you never know. And meet me back down on the ward.
Right.
Well, sir, we reckoned it for a false alarm, to be honest. Some tosser with a mobile and nothing better to do, 3 in the morning. Well, until we got round back, we found different.
Go on.
4 of them who were loading boxes into the back of this van. Calm as you like till we got there, and all hell broke loose. Claire, she tried to tackle this bloke wielding a sledgehammer. Got knocked flat for her pains. And, Worse to come. I did what I could to get to her, but two of them jumped me and swung me round, and then something hit me from behind. I'll be honest, I didn't know a lot more after that. Not till there's this paramedic leaning over me asking me if I'm all right.
These men, how good a look did you get at them?
I've been lying here thinking, sir. Trying, to get a clear picture.
Yeah.
The trouble is, it was dark to begin with, and the torch I was carrying went flying right at the start. After that, it all happened so fast.
There were 4 of them. You're sure of that?
Yes, sir. Around 5'10", 6 foot, the lot of them. Balaclavas, coveralls, gloves. I doubt I could pick one out if he walked in here now.
One of them was armed, though. You're certain of that?
Shotgun, sir. Yeah, no doubt at all.
Names, accents, anything there?
Local, I'd say. A lot of shouting, you know how it is. Difficult to pick one voice out from another. If any of them used a name, I never heard it. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, at least your skull seems to be in one piece. Be thankful for that. And if anything else does occur to you, let me know without fail.
Yes, sir.
They let me have 5 minutes with her, but I might not have bothered. Poor girl's in no fit state for anything.
She'll be okay.
I think so, but you know what they're like. They don't give much away.
Let's keep the situation monitored. Talk to her when we can. She might have noticed something. Who knows? Meantime, get in touch with the information officer at Central Station. See if you can't get a printout of likely candidates for carrying a shotgun, OK?
Whoever it was, a bit over the top, don't you think? Making a few televisions, DVDs, not exactly high risk.
Maybe they had reason to be expecting trouble.
Whoever phoned it in, I don't suppose they left a name.
Good question, though I doubt we'll like the answer. Worth checking, all the same.
House to house, sir?
But Graham will have some bodies out there now. Somebody must have seen or heard something.
Deaf, dumb and certifiably blind. Every bloody one of them. Let's soon talk to one of our lads in uniform and shake hands with the devil, unless he's waving a couple of fivers under their noses. Then all you get's a pack of lies.
I'll have a word with one of my regulars. Jobs like this usually got his ear pretty close to the ground.
Mr. Resnick, it's been a while.
Another tea, Ronnie.
Oh, since you're asking.
Right.
Oh, and one of those bacon sandwiches, toasted. And not too well done, the bacon, not crisp. Sticks in my teeth, something rotten.
2 teas and a bacon sandwich, please.
Right, I'll bring it over.
Not having anything yourself then, Mr. Resnick? Told me a bit dicky. There's nothing more serious, I hope. I mean, not like you to forgo the pleasures of sausage and brown sauce without good reason.
I'm not here, Ronnie, to discuss my appetite, deficiencies or otherwise.
Oh, no, Mr. Resnick. I know full well why you're here. That business last night, Radford Way, very nasty. That poor girl.
Claire Duffy. Still touch and go in Queens. Critical.
Call me old-fashioned if you like, but treating women like that, I don't go with it at all. Sticks in my craw.
Oh, and you always were sensitive, Ronnie. One of nature's gentlemen.
Oh, you can mock me if you like, Mr. Resnick. Go ahead.
Oh, no, not at all. Thank you very much.
2 teas and a sandwich?
Thank you.
But I've known a few in my time. Young women, I mean. More than a few. When I was with Jack Jackson at the Dorchester, for instance, first trombone.
When was that, Ronnie? 38, 39?
The uniform, the music. Women would be lining up round the block outside, sending little notes up onto the stand. Titles, some of them.
Spare us the details, Ron.
All I'm saying, Mr. Resnick, I treated them with respect. Never raised a finger, not to any of them. Never had the time of day for anyone as did.
If you knew anything about last night, then, whoever was responsible for putting Claire Duffy in intensive care...
Civic duty, no doubt. For the usual fee.
Touching, Ronnie.
Even a good citizen has to eat, Mr. Resnick. Those of us who depend on New Labour's miserly largesse in particular.
Skip the rationalisations, Ronnie.
If you wouldn't mind passing the ketchup, Mr. Resnick, I'd hate to see this get cold.
This case, likewise.
Leave it to me, Mr. Resnick. A day or two at most. Someone will know something. Someone will let something slip. And when they do...
Yeah. Get yourself a few more cups of tea.
Much obliged.
Just don't let it be too long before you get back in touch.
While combing my hair now, I'm wondering what dress to wear now. I say a little prayer for you. Forever and ever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you. Together, together, that's how it will be. To live without you would only mean heartbreak for me. I run for the bus.
Mrs. Joyce? Here we are, love. Nice bit of lamb stew today. Dumplings and all.
But what you see, son and none of what you hear. But I can't help being confused. If it's true, please tell me, dear. Do you plan to let me go? Or the other guy you loved before? Don't you know I heard it through the grapevine? Not much longer would you be mine.
Come on, Mr. Foster Duck. Get it while it's hot. What? You cheeky beggar. At your age and all.
Someone I've needed so long. Yeah. Once unafraid I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew. Oh, someone warm like you could make my dreams come true.
It's only me, Mary.
It's okay, me duck. You take your time.
Cheryl, I'm sorry, love. Since that funny do of mine, it seems to take an age to do anything, get anywhere.
Listen, you should see me some mornings and I'm hale and hearty. Well, more or less.
I know. Oh,
Mary, love, whatever is it? Are you all right?
No. No, I'm not.
No. Whatever is it?
Dear.
Oh, come on now. Let's go inside, sit down and have a nice cup of tea.
It were Ted, you see. He couldn't bear the thought of being cooped up, not all year, not without being able to see the sea. And just wi' a pension, his and mine, well, Skeggy Mablethorpe, they're out the question.
Of course they were.
So Ted, he borrowed the money.
Oh, no.
No more than a couple of hundred. Not from the bank, no. They won't lend to the likes of us. No security, see. But then this bit of paper came through the door, offering loans, easy payments. So Ted, he phoned and got it all arranged. All he'd have to pay back were £10 a week.
Oh.
Lovely holiday it were. Oh, lovely. Ingermells.
Mm-hmm.
The caravan site, you know. Well, we'd been before. Oh, I don't know how it happened, but somehow Ted got behind with the payments. Don't worry, he said. We'll get it sorted. Went out that morning to fetch the paper, that and a pint of milk, and keeled over with his heart.
Oh, Mary.
It weren't but 3 days after the funeral, this chap come to the door, face like a steam pudding, and these rings on his hands, big heavy rings. Sorry to hear about your Ted, he said. He was a lovely chap, lovely. Him and me, we used to meet down the pub, you know, the Lancers, do our business there. But I dare say you'd prefer it if I come here instead. And then he said he'd forget about the last 2 weeks' repayments, said he'd put it in out of his own pocket, a sign of respect. You just fetch your purse, he says, and we'll start as we mean to go on.
You should have told him you couldn't easily manage. Now there's just you on your own.
Well, I did.
And what did he say?
He said they had this new scheme for people like me not finding it so easy, you know. He said he could wipe out the old debt, all the money Ted owed, and make out this new loan. I could pay back little by little, however much I could afford.
Mary, you didn't...
Oh, well, he showed me this paper, oh, polite he was, for me to sign, and £5 a week. That was what we settled on.
Oh, no.
It seemed easy. And it were at first. It were fine. But then... But then I suppose I missed a couple of weeks, and he said, the same chap, he said I'd have to pay more. Well, I didn't have that. I couldn't. And
Mary, what?
Well, he come round here today, earlier today, pushed right past me into my home, and he... I've swept it up now. But he took a china pot from the shelf there, mine and Ted's anniversary where it was, and he dropped it right there on the floor. Sorry, he says, these clumsy old hands of mine,
bastard,
do more damage sometimes than they've a mind. And he smiles right close up and says, next week, Mary, £10. You'll find it one way or another, I know.
Oh.
You won't let me down. Oh, I was that frightened.
Of course you were. Of course you were. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, I'll be all right.
Of course you will.
I will.
This paper you say he gave you haven't still got it, I suppose, or an address, something?
There. No, over there, behind those saucers. Yeah, that's it. His business card, he said.
Sheriff Finance and Loan. Is it right if I take this, Mary?
Oh, of course.
OK, I best be going.
Oh, you won't do anything. I mean, I wouldn't want you to get into trouble. Not on my account.
Don't you worry. I just don't think the likes of him should be allowed to get away with it, that's all.
Oh.
I see. And the woman's name again?
Cole. Mary Cole. I've already told you half a dozen times.
And you weren't actually present when the alleged incident took place?
Alleged nothing. Never mind alleged.
You weren't there when the item was broken?
No.
And this man, the one you say was from the finance company, there's no suggestion that he offered any violence towards the old lady herself?
He just bloody terrorised her, that's all.
But as far as you know, there was no actual physical violence?
Is that what it takes, then? The poor old girl's got to end up in Queens with stitches and sutures and the like before you get off your behind and do something about it?
Well, madam, let's just be thankful that's not the case. Now, if I can just verify a few of these details, I'll see this is passed on and the appropriate action taken.
Yes? Well, sunshine, I know what the appropriate action is, and thank you very much. I'm going to do it myself. Mr. Dunn.
I'm sorry, I'm afraid that
Reginald Dunn?
Do I resemble a Mr. Dunn?
Maybe at a distance.
There's no need to be offensive.
Tell me where he is, then.
A Mr. Dunn, you said?
Reg Dunn. Reginald.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. No one of that name is employed here.
Oh, how do you explain this, then? One of your business cards.
That doesn't prove anything. It could have been picked up anywhere off the street.
I don't doubt it, but this particular one was left with a client, one of your clients, earlier today.
There is a Mr. Dunn who sometimes works for us on a strictly freelance basis.
And how does this little arrangement work? Fax, mobile phone? Or maybe you just fondle an old piece of his clothing and communicate by crystal ball?
All contact with Mr. Dunn is handled by Mr. McStay directly.
And if I wanted to get in touch with Mr. Dunn myself directly...
Mr. McStay never sees anyone without an appointment.
But he is in, behind that door now.
Mr. McStay is out of the office at an important meeting all day. A conference, actually.
Oh, that'll be intimidating old ladies for middle management, then. Part 2 of his MBA.
I suppose you think that's very clever.
Average.
Well, I have work to do. If you wish to see Mr. McStay, write a letter stating the nature of your business, and you'll be contacted in due course.
In due course of what?
Graham, do you have to?
What? Oh, sorry. Forgot you prefer all that Reebok stuff.
It's a choice between Charlie Parker and Winchester Cathedral.
She's doing this big concert in Paris, you know, Petula. Mrs. and I thought we'd nip over.
That'll be the Saga excursion then, Sarge. Coach to Dover and break out the oxygen masks when you reach the tunnel.
Enough of your cheek.
OK, let's get down to it. Graham, calls to emergency services.
Well, bloke has raised the ambulance, lives other side of the alley. Woke by all the ruckus. I've had a word, seems kosher enough.
And the original tip-off?
Anonymous. Handkerchief over the mouth, some such. I've listened to the tape. You'd not recognise your own brother.
Why go to the trouble of disguising your voice for a call like that?
Well, plenty round there with reasons for not talking to us direct.
Or for landing their so-called mates in the brown and sticky.
All the more important we get some names to go on.
I've got this list from Central, like you suggested. Villains with a similar MO likely to be armed. Cross-checked it with our records here.
Anyone taste it?
A few. Said Petchy for starters.
On remand, that break-in at the University Science Park.
Frankie Farmer.
Lincoln 3 to 5.
How about Eamon Coughlan?
Coughlan? Shotguns? Bit of a change of pace for him, isn't it?
Ambition, self-improvement, pep talk from his probation officer, shouldn't be surprised.
Shotgun aside, it's his kind of number. 5 times we've hauled him in for similar.
And 5 times we've let him walk away.
I went over that place to visit Mapley Top, cleaner than a pair of Julie Andrews' knickers.
There's that cousin of his.
Breakshaw.
Norbert Brayshaw.
If his file's as much as half true, he's crazy enough for anything.
Hijacked an ambulance on Upper Parliament Street, middle of the rush hour, a few thousand from the Alliance and Easton in a Sainsbury carrier bag. Waved a gun in the driver's face and told him to drive him to East Midlands Airport.
What happened?
One of the paramedics stuck a needle in his backside. Tranquilizer. Time we got to him, he was curled up like a baby, sucking his thumb and singing Baa Baa Black Sheep.
For which, unless I'm very much mistaken, he's still doing time. But it's worth checking, all the same. If he's out, and we can put the pair of them together, Breakshaw and Coughlan, well, we might be onto something.
All right. Now, you remember, don't let anybody in. Not anybody. And get that homework finished by the time I'm back.
Mom?
I'll not be above half an hour.
Where are you going anyway?
Never you mind.
Meeting your boyfriend.
What boyfriend?
I don't know, you're so many.
Well, it was true.
Well, where are you going?
To the pub, if you must know. The Lancers.
On the pool, then?
Vicki Wheeler, you mind your tongue.
Yes, Mum.
I know I need one.
You sit yourself down. I'll make it. So, you really did just get homesick then, did you?
Excuse me.
Yes, Slab, what can I get you?
Reggie Dunn.
What about him?
I'm looking for him.
Yeah, well, each to their own.
Has he been in?
Not as I've seen.
He does drink here, though.
Here or the happy return?
You just tell him there's things I need to say to him. Cheryl Wheeler, OK? You'll not forget?
I'll not forget.
Eamon? Not too chirpy this morning, then.
If you'd spent the best part of an hour in the bloody doctor's waiting room surrounded by the usual selection of hacking coughs, bad backs and unwed slappers about to drop their firstborn on the bloody carpet, neither would you be.
Nothing serious, I hope.
I live. Long as I stop smoking.
Wise.
Cut back on the drink.
Moderation in all things.
Eat sensibly.
That'll be the half-dozen pieces of fruit a day, fresh vegetables.
And go down the baths 3 times a week. Help with the stress. Do all that, he says, and you might make it past 50. 50?
Stress, then, Eamon, that's at the heart of it. Personal this or more business, and not that I'm one to pry.
Change the habits of a lifetime.
Well, interest, that's all it is. Common courtesy. You a friend and all.
You!
Here, man, take it easy.
Listen, you antiquated has-been of a 2-bit trumpet player.
Come on, Eamon.
Trumpet, trombone, bloody triangle, who cares? Just 'cause I allow you to grace my table of a morning and put up with your gobbling on about the night the Prince of Wales came into the Savoy and shook your hand, or when you sat in with Glenn Miller at the Sutton Queensbury Club, doesn't mean we're friends, nor anything like. Understood?
Eamon, you're throttling me. I can't breathe here.
Understood?
Yeah, of course.
Then sod off and let me finish my smoke in peace. Just in case it's my last.
You all right, Ronnie?
Unsettling this as a place to meet. Oh, quiet, I'll grant you that. Tranquil, even. But all those angels staring down, all those words carved in stone. In blessed memory. Gone before. That was Coughlan, though. Staring at his own mortality across double sausage, bacon and chips and the smoke from a Benson and Hedges king size.
Upset, was he?
Rattled, no doubt about that.
Any reason in particular?
Norbert Breakshaw coming out of prison, I shouldn't wonder.
Coughlan and Breakshaw? Oh, bosom pals, I thought. Thick as thieves since primary school and youth custody.
Before Norbert went off to do Her Majesty's pleasure this last time, true enough. Thing is, while he's been away, it's someone else's bosom Coughlan's been palling up to.
Someone else?
Nicky Gleaner. Nicola. Miss Erewash Valley, 1989.
Oh, and Breakshaw's common law wife for what, 8 years, 9?
Easy to see why Coughlan's stress levels are rising.
Breakshaw's temper?
Legendary.
When's he out?
Well, your department, Mr. Resnick, more than mine. But by the look on Coughlan's face this morning, more than imminent.
Being good isn't always easy, no matter how hard I try. When he started sweet talking to me, he'd come and tell me everything's alright. He'd kiss and tell me everything's alright. Can I get away again tonight? The only one who could ever reach me was son of a preacher man. The only boy who could ever teach me was son of a preacher man. Yes, he was. He was.
Now then, Walter, this'll put a shine on your cheeks. Nice bit of fish in batter. Oh, and Walter, don't forget what I said about the dancing lessons. Half an hour I'll have you bopping round that room like you were 17. I did.
So what did they say to that then, Walter?
Said he couldn't take the risk in with the Dicky Art and all.
Oh, he's changed his tune then. Least while since I knew him.
You and Walter Pearson?
Oh, we were at school together. Fancied himself something rotten he did in them days.
Aye.
Clean shirts, always combing his hair just so. I went to the pictures with him once, Ilkeston Scala. Me and my friend Edna, Walter and his pal Jacob. We hadn't but taken our seats and they were all over me. Get away with you, I said. Stop your nonsense. That were before I met Ted.
Of course.
I still think of him, you know. Talk to him. My Ted. Each night before going to bed. I told him this business with the money. You were going to do what you could. Help out. Try and make 'em understand.
And I shall, Mary. Don't you worry.
Yes? How may I help?
Remember me?
No, I'm afraid I can't say that.
Try harder.
Oh, yes. You wanted to see Mr. Dunn.
Precisely.
And I explained to you that...
I'd have to see Mr. McStay first,
Yes.
which is why I'm here, and don't waste your time fobbing me off with all that stuff about applications in writing.
I'm afraid Mr. McStay will be out of the office for the remainder of the day.
He is here sometime, I suppose. I mean, he does exist. He's not virtual bloody reality.
Why don't you leave your name and address? Then perhaps Mr. McStay could get in touch with you.
Here we are, then.
Oh,
Thanks, Sarge.
cheers, Graham.
I checked in with the hospital. Duffy, she's still on the critical list.
And, Furlong?
Making good progress, apparently.
Likely squabbling over his bed already. That pal of mine, from Arnold, custody sergeant, went in for a hernia. Second afternoon, hobbles off for a pee. Slow, like. Time he gets back, they've changed seats and there's someone else in his bed.
Pull the other one.
True as I stand here.
You're sitting, Graham.
Ah, well.
Coughlan and Breakshaw, sir. We any further with them?
From what I hear, there's been a falling out.
What about?
Let's say it wasn't money.
Getting his leg over them, was he, Coughlan? Keeping Breakshaw's old lady oiled and ready.
Apparently.
Always was a snake in the haystack kind, Coughlan. Reputation, anyway.
Thing is, Breakshaw was released 2 days ago.
Was he now?
Which just might have made Coughlan nervous enough to have taken a shotgun along for company when he went thieving.
Whoever it was, they're not going to be sitting on the stuff for long, not if they can help it.
Let's start leaning on likely buyers tomorrow, see if we can't edge a few names out into the open. Meantime, I'll be getting off.
Oh, you're not stopped for another?
No, best not. Night, Graham. Lynn?
Night, sir.
Night.
Something about our company?
Heavy day, most like.
Really? Who's that, then?
Well, that Polish wench, I imagine. Miriam, Marion.
Didn't know it was that serious.
Well, maybe it's not, who knows? Might still be time for you to throw your hat in the ring, if that's what you're thinking.
Don't talk such bollocks.
You do turn a lovely shade of red, I'll say that for you.
Mum, what's for dinner?
We're going out.
Why? What are we celebrating?
Oh, don't get excited. I just can't be bothered cooking, that's all. We'll go to the Chippy.
Can I have Coke then? Oh, come on, Mum. Don't be such a spoil sport. It's only a party.
At Karen's house?
Yes.
And Karen's parents are away?
They're going out for the evening. They'll be back by 11:30, 12 at the latest.
Vicky, no.
But why not?
Because you're only 13, that's why not.
I bet you stayed out later than that when you were 13.
Never mind what I did.
That's not fair.
Vicky, I've told you before, I was young and I was stupid and I had too much of my own way. I don't want you to do what I did, that's the point.
Like having me, you mean?
Yes. No. No, of course that's not what I mean.
Well then?
What I mean is, I might have chosen to have you in different circumstances, that's all.
Instead of the back of a Ford Escort, you mean?
No, that's not what I mean. Anyway, it was a Granada. And if you keep eating all those chips, you'll have none left by the time we get home.
It doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. You'll want mine. Hey, I don't believe it. The lift's actually working.
When we get in, can we watch the telly?
I expect so. But you'll have to finish your own work after.
I know. Come on, we'll miss the beginning.
All right.
Hey, not so fast. Hey, you've been looking for me. Reggie Dunn.
Vicky!
Never mind about it.
Vicky!
Mum?
You've been poking your nose in where it's not wanted, aggravating my boss, going round my local making allegations about things don't concern you.
Mum, what is it? Who's this? What's happening?
Vicky, knock on someone's door. Call the police.
Vicki, you know what's good for you. You stay where you are.
Let me go! Mum, let me pass.
Right. You listen. I'm only going to say this once. If I ever hear of you interfering with me again, my livelihood, anything, your life won't be worth living, right? Now, I'm going to have a little word with that girl of yours. Make sure she understands, too.
Don't you dare! Don't you dare! You bastard! Don't hurt my daughter! Vicky! Vicky!
Now, it's okay, Vicky.
Mum!
Your mum just forgot something downstairs.
Mum!
Vicky! Vicky! Are you all right? Oh, my God! Are you all right, love? Oh, if he's touched you! Oh, love!
It's okay. Honest, I'm fine, Mum.
Are you? Oh, Vicky!
Not too late, Ronnie.
Come on in, Mr. Resnick. Glad of the company.
That's for you. Oh. Still partial to a drop of scotch?
I am that. There's glasses over there by the sink. Cheers, Mr. Resnick.
Good health.
You recognise this?
The tune, of course, but otherwise, it's a bit before my time.
Jack Hilton. Only time I ever played with him. Just the one session, right after the war.
Top band.
A bit too grand for me, Jack was. Thought himself a cut above, you know what I mean? Nothing rough and ready, left a chance. Whereas this... cock and ear to this, Mr. Resnick. Lou Stone's band. Caught fire in a way Jack's band never did.
Oh, yeah?
Nat Ganella on the trumpet, Lou Davis leading the trombones. Best section I ever played in. Hey, I should have paid Lou to work with him, not the other way round. Work we did, mind you. 2, 3 in the morning by the time we finished at the Monseigneur. Tea dancers on top. But you're not here for that.
Not exactly. Good as it is.
And Bradshaw got religion when he was inside. This serious?
Apparently. Last thing he's about to do, my informant reckons. Go after Coughlan for tupping his wife.
Turn the other cheek, as it were.
Something like.
And Coughlan doesn't know this?
Not yet.
Which is likely why he's holed up with a van load of stolen goods and an unregistered shotgun, too frightened to show his head above the parapet. I've had words with all his usual contacts. Unless they're all lying in their socks, no one's had an approach to unload the stuff at all.
In which case, we should maybe pay him a call before he finds out about his pal Breakshaw's conversion and gets red.
You reckon we've enough for a warrant?
We can try.
Any chance you've got 5 minutes for a woman in a scarlet embroidered leisure suit, sir? Padded shoulders, boots with a 3-inch heel?
Oh, why not?
I'll leave you to it. After you.
Inspector.
Wait, I know you.
I should hope so.
Carol? Caroline?
Cheryl. Cheryl Wheeler.
Of course. And you were...
I worked here in the canteen, 6 or 7 years back.
Oh, now I remember. Your hair...
Pink in those days. Short.
Yes.
A lot of sausage, double egg and chips under the bridge.
I dare say.
Then, of course, there's more to it than that. You and me, I mean. You don't remember.
No, I'm sorry, I'm afraid.
Christmas do at the George. Last year I was here.
I still don't.
Sitting by yourself pretty much after the dinner. Quiet. Not been out on the floor once. Well, I'd had my eye on you before, I'll say that. And then this Stevie Wonder came on. Never does to waste Stevie Wonder. I went right over and asked you to dance. Light on your feet for a big man, I'll say that.
I didn't trample all over you then.
Far from it. Not then or later.
Later?
I suppose you've no memory of that either.
You sure you're not getting me confused with somebody else?
Oh, Charlie. A drink at the bar, A stroll outside in search of fresh air. You were a good kisser, Charlie, once you put your mind to it.
I wish I did remember.
Maybe now you will.
However pleasant, I doubt you came here just to remind me of all that.
No. No, I've not.
Maybe it's a shame you didn't think to call us last night. Report it then.
I had enough on my mind. What with Vicki in the state she was.
He didn't touch her when they were alone. Dunn. You sure of that?
Certain.
Thank God for that, at least.
If he'd have laid a finger on her.
It sounds as if you didn't come off so lightly.
Here. Yeah, take a look at this. Bruising like it's going out of style.
I'd like to have some photographs taken, if you've no objection.
Help yourself. Take as many as you like, just so long as that bastard gets what's coming to him.
You'd be happy to give evidence if it got that far?
It bloody better get that far.
There was no one else saw what happened. No other witnesses.
Oh, yeah. Half a dozen assorted right there in the lift. No. Of course there weren't. Only Vicki.
And you might not want her giving evidence in court, having to stand up to cross-examination.
Oh, Charlie is going to get away with it, isn't he? Just like the last time.
The last time?
The old lady, Mary, I told you. I came in to report that. One of them uniform blokes downstairs might as well have been breaking wind.
Likely not his fault.
Yeah, so people like poor Mary Cole or my Vicki, they get left to fend for themselves.
It's not like that.
Come on, Charlie. I read the papers same as everyone else. A few drug dealers taking pot shots at one another over in St Anne's, and your lot are out there every night. Armed, too. Guns holstered in full sight like it was America or something worse. Old women and kids, they can forget it.
Len, if you've got a minute.
Sir?
This is Cheryl Wheeler. I want you to take some Polaroids of bruising to her neck and shoulders. Then I'd like you to talk to her daughter.
Vicki.
Vicki, about an incident that happened last night.
Right, sir. Mrs. Wheeler, if you come with me?
It's Miss.
If you come with me, miss.
Oh, and Lynn, get the details from Miss Wheeler about a Mrs. Cole. You want to talk to her too. Both Mrs. Cole and Vicki were involved in nasty incidents with the same man.
Doesn't seem to be any doubt the stories are true. Not that they amount to much in themselves.
Not a lot of us stand up in court, not from what I've heard.
Even so, it might be seen as our duty not to let the likes of Reggie Dunn throw their weight around willy-nilly.
I wonder if that's not missing the real point. Leaning on Dunn, I mean.
Go on.
While I was in the city, I nipped into Central. Spoke to this DI I know in fraud. Asked him what he knew about Sheriff Finance, Jason McStay. Seems he's been treading on the edge more or less since he moved down here a little over 3 years ago. Glasgow, that's where he hails from. Belfast, Tyneside and Sheffield on the way. Usually involved in similar businesses to this. Small-scale loans to those the banks won't touch.
And the fraud squad, have they got anything definite on him?
Nothing major, not as yet. Failing to pay national insurance for his staff. Late payment of VAT, some negligence over taxes. One thing they like him for, torching a kebab shop in Sherwood 9 months back. Persistent defaulters, apparently.
So what were you thinking?
Maybe we should use what we know about Dunn throwing his weight around to pressure McStay himself.
Give your pal in fraud helping hand.
No harm in that, especially if we can get paid back in kind. Let's lean on McStay, by all means. Meantime, Graham, you might like to make Reggie Dunn your own personal project.
Teach him a little decorum. Nothing I'd like better. Keeping it in trim then, Reggie. God's temple, that kind of thing. You never know, of course, when it's going to come in handy. Playing into a few old women, schoolgirls. Never had your card marked that way, Reggie. Little girls, I mean.
You mind your bloody tongue.
Oh, what, Reggie? Half throttle me like the woman in the lift. I can show you the photos if you like. Aggravated bodily harm, your form, couple of years inside, no question. And if news leaked out about the little girl, heaven forbid that it should.
Hey, I never laid a finger on that girl.
I believe you. But out there, in the mistrustful world, smoke without fire, you know what I mean? Can't as much look twice these days without someone shouting paedophile. And inside, Reggie, well, I don't have to tell you. shackled up in there with all the other nonsense.
Look, I never touched
I'll tell you what, Reggie. You go and towel yourself down. Then we'll have a little chat about your friend McStay. See if we can't find a quid pro quo for keeping you out of trouble.
Don't know if it was down to an especially good lunch or what, but he signed the search warrant without a murmur.
First in tomorrow.
Looks like.
Bit of news for your pal in Fraud Squad, too. That kebab shop, arson. According to Reggie Dunn, it was Mickey Threadgill and Pleasant John Taylor. Torched it with McStay's money, still burning a hole in their pockets.
Thanks, Sarge.
Boss around?
Gone to apply for a loan.
Good afternoon.
Get us a coffee, Sonia. 2 sugars. It's been a bastard of a day.
Yes, Mr. McStay.
You'd best make it extra strong, Sonia, while you're at it. I think your boss's day is about to get worse.
Who the hell are you?
Detective Inspector Resnick, local CID. No sugar in mine, Sonia. Thanks very much.
You leave it to me, Inspector. The last thing I want, the good name of this firm being dragged through the mire by the likes of Reginald Alexander Dunn.
Oh, exactly.
Business like this, well, you can imagine. Trust and confidence of our clients, everything depends on that. You'll not work for me again. You can be sure of that.
Just one other thing. Standard loan contracts, the kind I assume your firm uses.
Absolutely.
Each and every case?
On file, outside.
The papers concerning Ted Cole's loan, they'll be there then with the rest.
Ted Cole's?
Just remind me, isn't there a clause in the standard contract, in the event of the death of the borrower, the remainder of the debt is set aside, something to that effect?
Usually, yes.
And in Ted Cole's case?
You have to understand, I can't fetch the details of each and every loan to mind of an instant, but as I say...
Because that would mean you've been collecting on a contract that was legally null and void. To say nothing of persuading an elderly stroke victim to take out a second loan in order to cover that non-existent debt.
Look, Inspector, I can see there's almost certainly been an administrative oversight here.
And you'll make restitution immediately?
If what you say proves to be true, and of course I have no reason to believe otherwise.
Full financial restitution?
Full financial restitution.
With a bonus to compensate for the client's deep discomfort?
With bonus.
In cash?
Cash. You have my word.
Oh, good. What might be better, though, if it's all the same to you? Let's have it all down on paper, signed and sealed. So there's no chance of any misunderstanding.
There goes a light. Bathroom window.
Weak blood.
How he feels mornings like these.
All in position at the back in case he tries a runner.
Present and correct.
Then let's not hang about any longer.
Come on, lads, up here! Through here! You get that rope! Get there! Come on, please! Open up! What?
Amen, Coughlan, we have a warrant to search these premises.
The hell you do?
Go! Right through here, lads! Come on, up there!
No need asking who put you up to this.
Jumping to conclusions, Amen.
Up here, sir. Back bedroom.
Oh, amen.
Shut it!
You watch it! Stop him! Get the bastard!
What in God's name was all that about?
Coughlan's cousin, sir. Tried legging it down the side entry with his sports bag.
Oh, late for a game, was he?
Oh, just taking a look. 2 tennis rackets, 1 moth-eaten jockstrap, and what looks like a sawn-off shotgun, double barrel.
Floor to ceiling, sir, like Curry's before the Christmas rush. From what I can tell, contents of the first few boxes fit with what was taken a few nights back.
Right, make sure there's a proper inventory. Get it back to the station. Good work, Graham. Make good and certain everything's turned over before we leave. Furniture, floorboards, everything.
You've no right...
Now, there's a woman still in intensive care on account of you. Don't lecture me about rights.
Good day's work, then, all in all.
I might drink to that. Cheers.
Yeah, bottoms up. You should have seen Matey's face in Radford when I told him we'd recovered everything as was stolen. Most of it snug in its boxes.
Please?
About as chuffed as if we'd found foot and mouth in his back garden. Old stock, most of it, what they'd taken, not selling. Glad to see the back of it. Happy enough to sit on his backside and wait for the insurance.
I can't please everybody, Graham.
Well, at least we've got Coughlan bang to rights for once. I doubt if even he can wriggle out of this one.
We've still got to place him at the scene.
At very least we'll have him for receiving.
How about the shotgun? Can't see him having a licence.
Disclaims any knowledge, throwing it all off on Cousin Frank.
Family for you.
Still, all might not be lost there. Remember that hold-up in Lenton, sub-post office, November last?
Shotgun used on that?
Took the postmaster's head off if he hadn't ducked sharpish.
Frankie was one of the names in the frame at the time. We've got forensics checking the weapon now. 2 and 2 together?
Aggravated burglary, 6 years, tops. Oh, it brings on a thirst just thinking about it.
Other matters, Lynn. That lead Reggie Dunn gave us about the arson, the kebab shop fire.
Fraud squad picked up Threadgill and Taylor. This close to admitting McStay put them up to it, apparently.
Your pal'll be loving you for that, then.
In a manner of speaking.
Get in the next round, Graham. And me.
You're never off already. I thought we were celebrating.
You two celebrate for me. I fancy an early night.
Well, I looked in on Mary Cole earlier.
How is she?
A lot happier now. McStay went round in person, apparently. Couldn't have been nicer. £500 a give her, repayment and bonus. Loan contract cancelled.
I'm pleased to hear it.
Fancy another?
There's no rush.
You know, when I told my Vicki who I was seeing, she was real funny about it. Mum, whatever do you want to do that for? It's police. Well, I said I shall be safe when he walks me home then, shan't I?
Where is she? This evening, I mean. Vicki.
Staying over with friends.
Right.
Shall we have that drink now?
Why not?
Oh. On second thoughts, let the drinks wait. Come on, Charlie. Let's have you out here on the floor.
Please.
The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. I run for the bus now. Tease mash, Charlie.
Right.
Do 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 do. How do you like your toast, Charlie?
What?
How do you like your toast, Charlie?
Brown, please.
Sit yourself down then. Strawberry jam or Marmite, that's all I can offer, I'm afraid, at short notice.
Thanks. It'll do fine.
Strong tea all week in the morning. Stand a spoon up in that, just about.
Well, if I'm honest...
Yeah?
I'm more of a coffee man. In the mornings.
Ooh. I'll remember. Next time.
Next time?
Don't look so worried, Charlie. I've a 13-year-old and 2 dozen old-age pensioners to look after. I'll not be looking to take you on as well. Bar maybe the occasional bit of rest and relaxation.
In Cheryl by John Harvey, dramatised from his own short story, Resnick was played by Keith Barron. Cheryl by Gwen Taylor, Millington by Sean Baker, and Lynn by Kate Eaton. Mary was played by Joyce Gibbs, Vicki by Joe Dyce, and Ronnie by John Hartley. Dunn was played by Jonathan Keeble, Coughlan by Tony Rohr, Sonia by Helen Ayres, and McStay by Kenny Blyth. Other parts were played by members of the cast. The director was David Hunter.